Good morning, evening, afternoon, or whatever you may be listening. Welcome back to another episode of the Dear John podcast. I'm your host, John Moody, podcasting somewhere in a walk-in closet in Atwater Village. Welcome back, y'all. It's been a while. I've taken a couple weeks off because it's summertime. I do need to get better with time management. There's just been days I just didn't make time. I have been working. At one point I worked 21 days straight because of a job I got with the city of Los Angeles, and that was having me work on Saturdays and Sundays. But I'm back and got some questions, got some dating questions. No interviews this week. I will be taking next week off because hey, it's summertime and I need time. Anyway, what's been going on, y'all? Summertime, I should say, means summer concerts. Summertime means summer concerts, and I've been to a few of them. Just this past weekend, I went to go see Frankie Beverly and Maze. And there's kind of a theme going on with me right now where you're trying to catch cats that you've either seen for a long time or you haven't seen, and they're getting older. And not only can you tell by their performances, but by the audience that's there with you. I went to see Frankie Beverly and Maze, and some of y'all saw this posted on some of my social networking, but I'm telling you, I'm not saying everybody there was old, but 90% of the audience knew all of the words that We Shall Overcome. I'm telling you, 90%. They were there. They were singing that. They were marching with King. At least that's what it looked like. I'm telling you, I saw shirts that were neatly pressed, starched, and were absolutely the shit 15 years ago. All right. I'm not saying everybody there was old, but the concert was sponsored by, the sponsors of this concert were Memorex, Bidwest, Bingo, and Spades. That's how old the people there are going. And Frankie did well. He did all right, as a matter of fact. I'd seen him a couple years before and said that I wouldn't go back to see him again because his voice had strained so much. But it was much better this time, and I was able to enjoy it. It was a good time. But it does remind me of a lot. Just like when I was a kid, I saw something that was interesting a couple weeks ago. I remember being a kid and, being into the music acts of my time. And they were on, they had the radio commercials. The advertising was big. You'd hear it on the radio. You see it on TV. There'd be big posters somewhere. And then for those acts, acts that kind of died down or died out, that weren't as popular, they'd have like a little black and white flyer somewhere. And it'd be about 15, 16 acts on the bill. It'd be LTD, Evelyn Champagne King, all these old acts, I'm trying to think of not the Ohio players, but anyway, it'd be a bunch of old acts on one bill, and it'd be all on this little placard that you would see. And a few weeks back, I'm driving down the street and I see a neon sign and mega concert at a little small club with Blondie, Adamant, Human League, Soft Cell, and Gary Newman. And listen, there was a time when Blondie was big shit, okay? She had videos on MTV and stuff like that, and I'm like, wow. And honestly, I've never seen them, but I wasn't gonna go because I don't know if I want to see Adamant now. There's some acts where it's kind of too late. Like, I'd like to see the Rolling Stones, kind of late to see the Rolling Stones. If you've never seen George Clinton, might be kind of late to see George Clinton now. He's going to retire this year. You missed the mothership. Just go ahead and see if there's somebody that got good video on YouTube and check that stuff out. But yeah, it's been an interesting summer. In fact, one of these musical things, definitely to get back to the dating thing, it was interesting. I ran into 3 ex-girlfriends at this one place, if not 4. And it was like seeing my life go, like the last 20, 30 years of my life kind of go by. And it was interesting. I mean, it is, like I said, I'm a better ex-boyfriend than a current boyfriend. So it wasn't like contentious or anything like that. And one, I saw that she was with her new boo. And, I have to say, I'm actually, you get that little twinging feeling, but honestly, I was happy. I mean, this is someone who deserves to be happy, and I was glad to see that, she seems to be happy. I saw another one. It was crazy. It was on the shuttle going back. All of a sudden, I see somebody looking at me. I'm like, oh my God, that was, an ex-girlfriend from many years ago. And it was just it's just something else. It actually kind of put me in a certain way, because it's like, man, you've had some relationships with some great women and none of them have worked out. And that's at the end of the day, I didn't say I'm good being alone and I like being a bachelor, but those are failures. You know, at the end of the day, those are failed relationships, and I can't say it's all their fault. You know, the common denominator is me. They've moved on. Some of them are successful relationships now. So obviously, I've had some fault, as I guess we all do. But anyway, just thought I would share that with y'all. Let's get to why y'all came. If this is your first time here and you're wondering what the hell is going on, what this podcast is about, it's my dating and relationship advice podcast. And as you've heard, I am a bachelor. I am a lifelong bachelor and possible commitment phobe. So this advice shouldn't be taken entirely seriously. All right. I am a comedic writer and performer and decided this is a good way to get material out there. And hey, we have fun here. You can send letters to dearjohnpodcast@gmail.com. You can give me a call, 323-661-5028. I do take callers. No callers this week. Those are pre-recorded, and then I add them onto the show. But I haven't been doing any of this stuff in a while. But let's get to what you came for. Let me read your emails. So, first email, let's open that up. Dear John, it has been in the high 90s and we don't have AC in my apartment. My girl still wants to have sex and cuddle afterwards. Is being too hot a good excuse not to do it? If so, what is the temperature where you can rightfully say it's too hot to have sex? Okay, look, man. Being too hot absolutely, positively is a great excuse not to fulfill your nightly duties. All right? I mean, dude, it's hot. It's hot. And having somebody laying up on you and being all over you, whether it's the act or it's cuddling afterwards, it's like having a human being laying on you when it's hot. It's like having a giant, heavy ass heating pad just slumped on your body. Now I can get it. If y'all a new couple and things are still new, I can understand, you're going to put up with the heat because it's still new, it's exciting. But if y'all been doing this for a while, if y'all been having sex for a while, I say 3 or 4 weeks, then you know what? It's going to cool down at some point and your lover ain't going nowhere. All right, the sex is good, it's great. Y'all just wait till that heat spell break and then y'all can get back into it. Now, as far as your question, what temperature is too hot? I mean, I don't know if there's an exact temperature, but I'm saying this, if you're drenched in sweat and all you did was pull down your zipper, it's too damn hot to do anything other than just to lie there naked and fellas just hope a cool breeze comes to the window and flirts with your testicles. That is too hot to do anything else. And really what y'all need to do at that point is y'all need to just go ahead and sleep in different rooms, because that's going to decrease the body heat. 2 people in bed, that's more body heat. No, somebody got to go sleep on the couch, okay? And this ain't no thing where, the dude's got to do it to be chivalrous, all right? No. Listen, let me tell you, the 2 things that are equal opportunity, and that's heat and needing sleep. And both males and females get hot, and both of us need sleep. So y'all need to flip a coin to see who gonna go out on the couch and stay there. And if you just got to do it, listen, man, this is what you do. Set your alarm clock for 4:41 a.m. Okay, listen very carefully. Set your alarm clock at 4:41 a.m. All right, because that's when the earth has sufficiently cooled and all of the heat has radiated from the room. You can do that because that's a good time. It'll be nice and cool and y'all can do it. Because, I mean, what ain't sexy, man, is to be hot. Y'all both sweating so much that, you laying in salt deposits and on the sheets. And, man, that's just nasty, man. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. Anyway, I'm just saying, just do that. Sorry about that, y'all. I don't have proper room concealment, so there's gonna be fire alarms and shit like that from time to time. All right, so what we're gonna do is just go on to the next email. All right, this comes from another fella. All right, today is the fellas episode. All right, let's check this one out. Dear John, now that it's summertime, every weekend my girl asks or complains about what we're gonna do. Where is it written in the relationship handbook that the man is the cruise director of the relationship? Brother, listen, yo, I'm with you. All right, I am absolutely with you. Okay, I've been in this situation before. Okay, but listen, let me tell you this: as women strive and gain more and more equality, the one thing they don't want to be equal in is planning activities. And like I said, I've had trouble in relationships. I mean, I've been on first dates, and I've heard women tell me that what they don't want to do is have to be the one who's got to plan all the stuff. And I guess I can feel that, because you know, when a woman works full time and she's got to maintain her house and she's got to maintain herself, and trust me, a lot goes into female maintenance that we don't even know about. You know, what they spend on hair and their nails and clothes and looking right and all that kind of stuff, man, makeup, the hour, you know, they just don't want to spend time planning stuff. So, you know, in that area, that's where they're going to say, I'm going to let you be the man. You go ahead and be the man and plan activities. I don't want to have to do all that. You know, why I got to be in charge? You know, you need to be in charge of something. You're supposed to be the head. That's when the whole equality shit goes out the window. All right, I'm just letting you know that. Okay, just know this. Okay, so I get it, but I mean, at the same time, dude, there's something else behind it. Women are smarter than we are, and they notice. They know full well that when you ask somebody to do something, the person who asks is the person who pays. Like if somebody's like, yo, let's go to the movies or whatever, you know, if you ask somebody to do something, you should at least, and especially if it's male, female, if a guy asks a woman to do something, you know, just out of tradition or whatever, you should pay. You know what I mean? You don't call somebody up and ask them to treat you. So women know this, all right? So the person who plans is the person who plays, and it's also the person who's going to drive, because since they planned it, they know where they're going. They know where the place is. So, you know, all the woman has to do is agree to go. Like, yo, good, I'm down. Now, the only way for a man to get out of having to be the activities coordinator in a relationship is to coordinate something she doesn't want to be active in. Now, if she don't want to do it, she will let you know and will gladly come up with an alternative. That was my strategy, fellas. All right. This is what I would do. You know, when it was put on me to plan all the activities, I just planned a bunch of horrible shit. Okay, when I was asked, you know, what I had planned for us to do over the weekend, I say, you know what, baby? So I thought this would be a good idea. Let's pack a lunch, get a blanket, and go to the La Brea Tar Pits and just have lunch there by the tar pits. Now, if you've never been to the La Brea Tar Pits, let me tell you something. The La Brea Tar Pits smells like tar. All right, and it's even stronger in the summertime. And the last thing you want to do is eat when you smelling tar. All right, I came up with all kind of horrible shit. I'm telling you, I'd be like, baby, I thought it would be nice if we rented bikes and rode through Skid Row. You know what I think it'd be good? Let's go shopping, but put a twist on it, okay? Instead of buying stuff, we should look at stuff we already have and don't need and wasted money on. You know, and then that'll help us next time we do shop to not buy shit we don't need. So a lot of times that would just result in the woman saying, you know what, never mind, let's just stay in. Which is what I wanted to do in the first place. Fellas, I'm telling you, that strategy works. But also keep in mind, I'm single. So you might want to try that at your own risk. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. We're just doing 2 letters this week. There won't be a show next week. I'll be back the week afterwards. Try to have some interviews for y'all. Try to have some more letters. In the meantime, enjoy the summer. It's my favorite time of year, as I've said before. I love all the summer concerts. There's a lot of free concerts going on. There's a lot of concerts you can pay for. Just a lot to do. Not a lot of sports unless you're watching baseball. And I don't know. I'm not really doing the NFL this year. And even if I was, I mean, I've never been a cat that watched preseason football. That's lame. Anyway. Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in, and again, please follow me. I am very active, or I should say much more active, on the Twitter, which is at John B. Moody, and of course I'm on Facebook, YouTube, for those of you who just want to look at a blank screen and listen to the show, and then also please Instagram. Yo, I've been doing more Instagram. I've been doing Instagram stories and stuff like that, and that's John. Oh wait, what is my Instagram? John B. Moody, JB Moody, I'm sorry, JB Moody 716 on Instagram. I'm on there. I just still don't know my handle all that well. And don't look for me on MySpace. I'm not on there. And if you got my pager number, don't use that no more because I don't have a pager. Anyway, y'all, thanks for tuning in. And remember, we're on TuneIn Radio. We're on Stitcher. We're on Spotify. We're on iHeartRadio. And pretty soon we'll be on iTunes. So that's going to be great. I'll catch y'all next week. Take care. Be easy like a Sunday morning. And peace.